Hello guys, today I'm on my way to check a GE washer. I believe it's a top load, and the complaint is that it's not draining and it's not spinning. So we're gonna go ahead and find out what's going on, because this repair is gonna depend on what model it is, because if it's an older model, I gonna know that it could be the top seal, because that is one of the most common things. When the top seal goes bad, it's hard for the motor to spin the drum, and then the capacitor goes bad, and then maybe more than one thing goes wrong with the machine because people still pushing it to work when the bearings and the top seal is bad. See, when the top seal is bad, it lets water get on the bearing. The bearings start making a lot of noise and it sounds like an airplane. So we're gonna go ahead and find out what's going on. I'm gonna go inside right now and I'm gonna come back to give you an update of what that I found. Okay guys, I just find out that the drain pump is like hesitating to drain. So I believe the problem is coming from the pump, because the complaint is that it's not spinning and it's not draining. So when I put it on drain and spin, the drain pump, it take a little while to come on, and it's like struggling to turn on. And that sounds to me, the noise that it's doing, I don't think it's anything blocking the drain pump. However, that might be your issue, but to me it looks like the blade on the pump is going bad, or the motor is going bad. So right now it still comes on even if it hesitates to turn on, but it's still coming on and still draining. But it's a different scenario when it's been, you know, working for hours and that pump gets overheated and it just stops draining. So that is the complaint that I have. So we're gonna go ahead and replace the pump right now. Okay guys, as you can see in this footage, I end up replacing the motor on the pump, but I disconnect the old pump and install the original one. That way you guys can see how the original one is installed. To me, it's easier to replace just the motor, and it's cheaper to replace just the motor in some cases. So if you guys want to order this part, there's going to be a link in the description of this video. But yeah, that was the problem. The drain pump right now is draining the way it's supposed to. It's not hesitating to drain, and everything is working fine. Okay guys, I just finished the repair for the GE top load washer, and at first I thought that it was going to be the transmission or gear case, however they want to call it now, but now end up being the drain pump. So in this repair, I show how to repair, how to replace the original pump, or how to replace the drain pump motor itself. In some scenarios, it's going to be cheaper to just replace the motor, but if you want to replace the whole drain pump with the housing, it's a little bit more. I don't think it's much difference, but yeah, it would be like between $10 and $20 more. To me, is if the housing is fine, my suggestion is just replace the motor, because that way you avoid to remove the water hose, the drain hoses. So in that scenario, I believe it's best just replace the motor. However, when you replace the motor, it's going to be a gasket on the motor that you have to make sure it sit in place when you replace just the motor, because if it's not in place, it's going to be leaking. Same thing with the drain hose. You got to make sure those clamps are in place, and the clamp is inside. The clamp is grabbing the pump and also the rubber. Now again, I find a little bit easier to just replace the motor, as you can see in this footage right here. That's it for this video guys. If this video helped you in any way, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment down below and tell me how this video helped you to perform your repair. Thanks for watching.